Hello everyone, welcome back to the demo for MoteMancer. I haven't really done any looking anything up or anything in between videos, so I don't know what it is we're gonna do with these elemental life thingies. Reagents, I guess? No, yes. Right, so I can make these. Okay, right. And to make an elemental binder, okay, I already have those. I have the ability to make these, so let's make one. Did I succeed? Do I have one? I wish it would like highlight it when I mouse over it here, highlight it in my inventory. I think Factorio does that, right? It's the only way I can work with my inventory at all. Okay, it looks like I already had one. Must have made it at the end of the last episode. I was also thinking I should, oh my god, I should automate the research a little bit more, if I can. Hello, I'm stuck? Okay. By connecting this stuff all together, right? I don't know if that's necessarily the highest priority, but it's a reasonable thing to do. Also, I have learned that these mana flares well, let's say I put one here, for example, where nothing's using its power at all. It's not like they have a stored amount of energy. They just have a time limit, and over that time limit, they produce energy at a fixed rate. So no matter how much, like this one will disappear at the same time these do. So you, okay, so I don't know exactly how important that is. Total consumed, okay, yeah. So, right, I think I was... Okay, well, what's the next... What do I need for more research? This just needs the same stuff I've already been doing, but I just, like, have to automate it. So... This... let me just empty all... I guess whatever, it's fine. This one wants ether, which is what this is making, right? Yeah. So let's... I have some belts. I have 1,000,000 belts. And remind me, how do I get to... Okay, yeah, like that, freeform. So... Oh my god, I don't want... I can't be trusted with freeform. Also, they're pointing the wrong way? Okay, so... I don't have belts on my bar? Okay, something needs to change here. Belts on 1, please. Nope, that didn't do it. How do I get out of here? Clear. So if I now, okay, and inserters on 2, please. Where are they? Here they are. So there's ether getting loaded up. This was just for demonstration purposes. Can I drag these in reverse? Is that how this works? Can I do like this and they point to the right? Yeah. Okay, very aesthetic, I'm sure. Okay, so It doesn't pull me! Oh, it was so fun to stand on belts. Okay, this... Yeah, I mean, I could, like, put a buffer chest in, I guess, but this seems fine. And this is... Oh, no, this is... Hang on, this is salt. I need salt crystals, don't I? Salt prisms, yes. Right. Okay, stop right there, I guess. So let's set up another one of these mining thingies here. Oh, I didn't power the output inserter. Okay. So this is salt and ether, and that's all I need. What? Did I not finish placing? I guess I must have stopped too soon. And you go... that? You know, I think I'll use a buffer chest. It's not, you know, the most optimization-focused approach, but... Oh, this didn't finish? There was a thing in the way, I guess. Okay. So with any luck, it'll start making? Or did I forget how salt prisms... Oh, this is supposed to be a grindstone. Of course, excuse me. Which is no longer in my bar. Here. Okay, so yeah, and this one is just based on belts, or a chest, because I haven't yet plumbed everything in from way over here. Arguably, I could just use this. I built it over there because I didn't want to make these tiny belts. It's not a very good reason. Okay, we are successfully doing science now, right? It looks that way. Good. Research, I should say. No, I guess I don't need this one, do I? This is powering both of these just fine. So we're now researching extended flare, which increases... Okay. So I think this is just a passive upgrade that makes mana flares need powering up less often. What I really should be doing is working... Well, I should do whatever I want. And at the moment, I wanted to just, like, automate the science I had before diving into a new thing. So now I need some elemental life, which comes from here. But I need salt as well, right? Because... yes, and there is salt just down here. What do I need the elemental life for exactly? For this. Okay. I don't know. Let's just put down a couple more collectors and another grindstone. Am I out of collectors? I guess I am. Oh, there's a thing in the way? Okay. Oh, I don't want to grind this, though. Right. I actually want the motes of life. So... if I just do this? Okay. I don't need... right. I don't need collectors or grippers to extract from the collectors. And I, for a moment, thought, oh my gosh, I've been using these inserters for no reason all this time. But that's because I was not using... I wasn't pulling from collectors directly. I was inserting into a grindstone, and from that, I do need an inserter. Okay, we've unlocked this, so... extended flare research. So mana flares just last longer now? Is that true? How could I tell? It is not clear to me at all. Maybe it is true, maybe it is not. Let's think about ratios for a minute. So I have this elemental binder. The recipe is to make elemental life. So it needs motes of salt, motes of life balanced with motes of salt. So I think actually, don't I one of these is sort of wasted if I'm going to use a single grindstone outputting salt, right? Which, whatever, it's fine. But yeah, this line should be getting fully utilized here. Although I guess it's just all going into a chest, so eventually it'll get buffered. But I should be responsible. Oh, I see. It ran dry, but I had so much extra stuff lying around that it hasn't had time to notice. Here? I don't know. I feel like what I really should do is plan these more around. I don't know. I'm still not good at like laying these out yet. Like that, I think. Ugh, it's gross. now I think I can just drop some flares in. Now we have salt coming. Boy, I hope pretty soon I learn how to not need to build mana flares. In the tutorial at the beginning, they talked about using, oh, mana flares are temporary, but you should learn to use life to infuse things or whatever. And right now I'm researching elemental life, so I assume... Yeah, it talks about mana roots and mana cultivators and whatever, so yes, that must be what I'm doing soon. Okay, I haven't yet built any of these underground belts that I researched. So let's see what the deal is with those, because I need to cross paths here. Is that you? Yeah. Okay, and just like Factorio, it politely auto-replaces for you. Good. Oh my god, it's already... It's a little bit harder to drag things in a straight line in hexes, I feel like. No, pedestal... have any. So, oh, this is not placed correctly. There we go. So we're now producing elemental life. And my research that I want to do takes salt prisms and elemental life, both of which I'm making. Great. And if I could if I could build a bunch of grippers at the same time, that would be nice, wouldn't it? To research that other direction of stuff. Here, you guys are sad again. So maybe I will just put down another chest. Actually, well, pedestal first, I guess. How many grippers do I need to do this? 50 is sort of a lot, but I mean, I can make a lot. There we go, that'll do. I assume I can't, like, research both of these things at the same time, exactly, but that's okay. Just get, like, a bunch in there. Great, that should do. Oh, I never noticed this had this, like, green wobbly line. That's cool. Did it not have that before because these were so short, or... It started making progress here, too, it looks like. Or it's saying it could make progress here? No, it has. I wonder how it's deciding which research to do. I think it has the ingredients for everything, right? Okay, well, the elemental life is... I mean, I don't know. I was going to say it's the more urgent one, but it's the one here. That doesn't mean I have to do that next. I guess this is going to take longer. Yeah, let's just shut this off for the moment. And now it should be unable to progress on that kind of research and do the other one instead, right? Look, it turned green and it started sucking this stuff up. Nice. Okay. This is still green, but now it's moving again, I think. Mm-hmm. So maybe I can find out what I will learn. I will learn about mana cultivators and mana roots and a greenhouse. And then, mana bloom? Extends life power from nearby roots to a larger area. Nurture a source of power as enduring as the roots of life. Okay. This is about electricity somehow or other. What is all this stuff, man? Oh my, from here it goes everywhere, man. Huh. And it all just wants salt and elemental life, so... I mean, I'm making that actually with automation. Not just with, like, dumping stuff in chests, right? So it... oh, is it running out of power or something? This certainly is. Well, in a second... I'm gonna know how to automate this. Yeah, okay, we must have run out of this stuff. In a more reliable way. So I've learned... What have I learned? This. Greenhouse, mana cultivator, and mana root. Logistics, I suppose? No? Production? No? What? Maybe I have to build this in Tinker's tables? No. Okay, hang on, what? I have begun Tree of Life research. I'm 30 out of 30, but I didn't get a check mark. It wants me to build mana cultivators and stuff. I would have expected that under logistics because it's like... Oh, this is progress on... Oh, do I have to click this to claim it? I don't remember doing that. Oh, I did do that before. I remember. It was just... It's been a while, I guess. Did I have to click this one to claim it? I don't remember that either. Okay. It must have happened, though. So now under logistics? No. Production. Yes. I have a greenhouse. Needs elemental life and Tinker's table. Greenhouses can make greenhouses, I guess. Okay, what else? Oh, wait a minute. This is like... So I can click this. I'm not sure what that does. Show me all the life-related things I could build, whereas this is show me things I could build that fit into various categories? Yeah, like this mana cultivator is a life thing, I guess. Okay, so I need to go grab a bunch of elemental life, I suppose. Well, it would be nice to have a buffer chest, wouldn't it? Because I'm making way more of this stuff than I'm using at the... Well, I don't know. This is not connected right. What have I done? Everything's off by 1. There we go. This makes 5 mana roots with a single product, okay. So these are power poles, I guess, and these are things that produce electricity somehow. I forget what those are called. No, they're like steam engines, steam turbines, steam something. Boilers? I don't know. Cultivates power from motes of life and leaves. Okay, well, let's see what that's all about. And it says a mana cultivator. What on earth? Where is that? Here's one. Wait, is that what I just built? It is. Whoa, it's huge! Okay, cool. So, tell me about what you do, my friend. So it accepts motes of life, or leaves, which I don't have and don't know how to make, and produces, I suppose, power. Motes of life, not elemental life, so the direct output from one of these guys. Okay, well, let's see how that works. Oops, well, I just said I'll make another. Here you go. I don't have any collectors left. Let's make 10. Okay, my collectors are around here somewhere. Here's one. They don't have power, because this isn't producing power, but I bet if I put a flare here... This is online. I can take off the flare now? Yes. Alright, so like how much does this do? It looks as if these collectors are far overproducing what it uses. Okay, maybe if I mouse over one in my inventory, it'll tell me more about it, like that other thing I was working on. No. Generating 300 power. Okay, but how much power do I need? Looks like, I mean, these guys are consuming 60. So if I just like put another one in here, would it say it's 90? Okay. So this is not joules, it's watts, right? This is power, this is energy usage per second, per time, whatever. So it can satisfy with one cultivator 10 collectors, for example. Power required 30. Okay, got it. So that is interesting to know. Now this doesn't say how much power it produces. As far as I can tell, the only way for me to know that is to look at this. But so why is this building so big? If it only wants one collector. Obviously, it can power many things around it. Are you supposed to have these everywhere? Like, producing power on site? Or are you supposed to have a power plant and route poles to it? Let's find out what mana roots are about, I guess. Oh, I already built some, huh? No, I just did. Okay. Mana root. Okay, I'm not sure what this is telling me. It's got a depiction of me putting down this and connecting it. So a mana root is a... Well, I guess they don't really exist in Factorio, huh? They're kind of like power poles in a way. But with a range of 1. So if I were to... Oh, I don't need these, right? This currently only gives power to things it's adjacent to. If I put one here, and then I put a collector here, it is not power. It does not generate power. Oh, does it have to come from the center? Yes. That's why this is lit up green. Interesting. Power at least 7 structures in a single network. Well, I'd like to power all this junk so I can just plow through the science, right? So how much power do I need? Oh my god, I have so many motes of life somehow. So this, for example, how much? It requires 100. And these inserters? 5. So basically 0. Getting power out here seems expensive. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the mana. Maybe I should just think of mana roots as like basically costing nothing. I haven't looked at what they actually cost. I mean, that's not nothing, but it is for 5 of them, I guess. Okay, so I can see there was some talk in the Discord about like how getting power to everything is not supposed to be trivial. Figuring out how to build things, you know, that's part of designing the factory, so to speak, is figuring out how to route power. And that makes sense to me now, seeing that mana roots are like the tiniest little things. They produce power only adjacent to them, and they have to be connected adjacent to another mana root to do something. And the mana cultivator... Well, okay, so... I don't have to use mana roots. Like, there are 2 ways I could get power from here to here. I could build a mana cultivator here and connect roots to here, and then just use the power there. Or I could ship on slabs, i.e. belts, the motes of life over here, and then have a mana cultivator turn that into power locally. I don't see any big advantage or disadvantage to either of those at the moment. They both require the same number of cultivators, and roots, I guess, are these cheaper or more expensive than slabs? Alright, I get 5 roots for 3 slabs plus 2 elemental life. So the question is, like, if you really cared about efficiency of raw materials, which, like, you probably shouldn't, of capital expenditure, is elemental life more or less expensive than a belt? Right? Because this kind of lets you... No. Here. This lets you build some... Like, instead of building 5 slabs, I could build 5 roots, which cost 3 slabs and 2 life. So if 2 life costs the same as 2 slabs, this would be equivalently expensive. Life costs a mote of life and salt. Whereas slabs cost 2 salt and an ether. So I mean, yeah, that's I guess slabs are more expensive? No. This costs 1 salt and half an ether. Because you get 2 of them output. This costs 1 salt and a mote of life, which is half an ether. So it's actually exactly the same cost. Interesting. So how would you decide? I guess look at the tech tree. Maybe there'll be something that makes roots or better at some point. Oh, do I have this? I do. Extends life power from nearby roots to a larger area. Oh, well, that's nice. View recipes, mana bloom. Ah, is this like a substation or something? Or a power pole, and these are just like wires, which are free in Factorio, but you have to build here. Let's build a mana bloom and see what's going on with that. Aha! I need more mana roots, apparently, because I spent them all to make a mana bloom. Yes. Got it. So this mana bloom is now powering this whole area indefinitely. That's nice. And if I were to put another one here, I could power this whole thing. Okay. Oh, claim. I'm learning about... Yeah, water and earth research, huh? Oh boy. Alright. Guide the flow of resources by weaving streams of waters. This is like better belts or something? Or trains or who knows what? Splitters? Interesting. And then this is earth stuff. Okay, long-handed inserters. Who knows what a stone cutter is? Who knows why I need granite? I guess it's an intermediate resource of some kind. Okay, a new spell, nudge to move buildings, I guess. Produces motes of earth more quickly. Okay. Mana Flare detects nearby portals? I don't know yet what the deal is with that. Bigger chests. Faster inserters, I guess? I see. Okay. I must say the water is more compelling to me. But at the moment we already have life set up. So I should probably learn more about biorhythm. Which I can do by just like powering the stuff I already have. I just need a bunch of elemental life. Where is that? Here? Yeah. Okay. Is there some way I can just like drop this junk? I I guess I have to put it into a chest, huh? I've somehow collected an immense number of motes of life. There's my garbage bags, I guess. Great. Now I have some space in my inventory. I need like 5 more mana blooms and then 1 million more mana roots. And give me more of this. Where are my belts? Oh, they're over here. Right. Should go get some more. And automate. Move the automation for those closer, I guess. I don't know. It sort of feels silly that they're all the way up here just so I could avoid building some belts down there. But you know, everybody's got to make some strange design choices early on in their career. It always feels to me like it's done a little bit before it is, and I let go too soon. Actually, maybe this is where I should first experiment with using mana blooms and stuff to power things. So let's do that. I need more cultivators. Well, okay, so let me just check. These require 30. Grindstones require 25 plus an inserter, so 30. They did that on purpose, I'm sure. So this little chunk is 90. And I have that chunk again here and again here. 270. So I would need 2 mana cultivators to handle all of this. I think. And I assume I can just put them both in the same network and that's no problem. I guess I want them kind of off, just barely from this. Like so, maybe. And can I just drop this in? I can. I don't know how to drop. Okay, that's how you drop a couple in. There we go. So now they're self-powered. So a mana root here looks very nice. And if I do like this, so that it's touching the other one, will they naturally share, or do I need a mana root to connect them? I don't know yet. Looks like they do not naturally share, huh? Oh, the undergrounds have a fixed distance. You can't do shorter ones. That's interesting. So I wanted to route this route, under this to get it over here. Well, whatever, I just won't. That's fine. This works just as well. In fact, maybe better. So okay, I can find out if I do this. It does not connect up. I have to do that. And of course I don't actually want it here. I want it more like here. So can I see like network stats for this whole network? I guess it isn't a whole network right now, right? They're disconnected. Which I think means this one should be overloaded? It doesn't look it. Oh, because these are not operating because I don't have space for more belts. Here, give me all the belts. Yeah, so now you can see the saturation. It's not producing enough power to meet all this demand. But I assume if I do this, yeah, we can see that when we mouse over this, it highlights the whole power network here. And we're consuming around 400 of 600 power. So this will keep operating indefinitely, I believe. Cool. Well, okay. I have a demand for a lot of belts, and I don't want to keep having to walk up here. And since I no longer need to babysit the power production, there's no reason to come up here anymore except to collect the belts, which is pretty silly when I could just belt them down to where I am, where I'm consuming them. So let's get this chunk out of the way. Sorry, nature. Magic is my priority. Okay. So we're going to have to rearrange this a tiny bit. Not much. So that I can toss a gripper in here and an underground belt to get out from under the power generation. Now this kind of temporary solution is finally no longer necessary. I mean, it never was, I guess. But it seemed simpler than belting in belts at the time. You want pedestals here. So we're doing this, and I think science would be the next sensible thing to power, right? I wish I could see the existing power network while placing this. This one isn't connected at the moment, but of course it will be soon, and like, I wish I knew where it were, right? I'm gonna need probably a couple of these. I mean, not that many necessarily, but a couple at least. More collectors. Oh, this is not close enough to the collector, I guess, to do what I wanted. Oh, I can place this on top of mana roots? Feels a little weird. trying to put this down. Okay, so I guess I can do this. Collector here. So are these now part of the same network? They are. That's what I wanted. So now this is starting to turn on. Now let's throw that in there, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I can see how... Okay, so if I were to put, like, a mana root here, is it connected? It's not. I think. Well, it says raw power 600. But saturation 0, so I don't know what that means. Why, if I put one over here, raw power 300. So this somehow knows it's connected to 2 of these, right? And if I built, oh, I don't even know what greenhouses are yet. Oh my gosh. Oh, maybe it makes leaves to power these guys. Let's make a greenhouse and find out, I guess. Get me out of here. Yeah. Okay, I don't really understand. Oh, life prisms. That's cool. Okay, this recipe we don't get in the demo. I see. So this elemental life is a salt and a mote, as I recall, right? So this is a more efficient way to produce power, assuming that a leaf powers this just as well as an elemental life does, or a mote of life. Or no. Why does it say 50? Oh, is that the stack size? It just tells you the stack size for everything? Okay, so it makes 2 leaves out of 3 life and 5 ether. So these are more compact fuel, I guess? Maybe or maybe not more efficient. I don't know yet. How would I know? I don't think this tells me, like... Yeah, it just says makes power from reagents, and... These don't tell me, like, how much of various things they make. Okay, it would be nice to get this research up and going before I head out and call it an episode. So... Yeah, the routing power is certainly more interesting in this than in Factorio, or more challenging at least. Because of the whole, like, power poles have a range of 1, kind of, and they actually take up space. So let's see. I mean, this is surely not the most efficient way to do this, but it would work. Yeah, so now the whole science machine is on. I can chuck this in here as well to keep this going. And we're doing science, right? What are we researching? This, I hope? We're at 3. Does that go any further? Are we doing science? It looks like it. We're doing this science. Because I powered up these grippers that were earlier off. I see. Got it. That's fine. And so you would want more altars, I guess, to start doing the research faster. That's why they're encouraging me to do that next. You need power as well. Okay, give me more mana blooms, I guess. Ah, you don't quite fit. I mean, this is not really the most sensible way of doing it. Hang on. Okay, you are powered by this one? Yes, okay. This powers the rest of it. Okay. So I believe, were I to get some power over here, I'd have everything that I'm currently doing actually automated, except for the production of these grippers, which I intended to be temporary, just so I could get this and see what's going on with salt sanctuaries. But, boy, routing power all the way out here, huh? Or motes of life, that would be fine. Motes of life the other way. That would be fine too. Are we oversaturated on power, by the way? We're not. I think some of that is because this isn't all running at the same time. Ding, Salt Sanctuary, okay. Are we still doing research? It looks like we are. Now we're going this way to biorhythm? Yes, okay. So I don't know exactly what the deal is with this. It's more power generation stuff, but I'm kind of amazed this stuff is under Artifice and not, okay, what do I need more of? Elemental life? Well, there's a big old bucket of it over here. So I imagine there's some more sensible way to do this, but I have not yet researched whatever it is. And now I've got this back online. I'm about to call it an episode. I'm still a little torn on what to do here. I'm enjoying playing the game. I don't feel like I make very compelling factory game videos. You know, you want more editing and skipping over the boring stuff and the humming and hawing. You know, learning how stuff works is kind of what I am all about when I make videos, but it isn't necessarily the most gripping content. And I dawdle around a lot, rather than being laser focused like you could be if you were an expert and or edited out all the the pauses, the gaps. But I believe I'm happy with where this is, and so I'm thinking, oh, you know, I could end the video series here, right? I got like up to electric power doing basic stuff. But wouldn't it be cool to, you know, I would just feel less pressure, right, if I were doing it on my own. See you later, man. Without being recorded, but it's also more fun to do it while recording. So I guess that's what I'll do. I'll do at least one more episode. We'll see how that goes. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.